A goat had 7 young kids whom she loved dearly and guarded carefully from the wolf. One day, needing to go out for food, she called them all together and said, "Dear children, I must go out and find food. Guard yourselves against the wolf and don't let him in. Be careful, he often disguises himself. But you'll know him by his rough voice and his black paws. Be on guard, because if he ever gets inside, he'll eat every one of you, one after the other." Then she went off. Before long, the wolf came to the door and called, "Dear children, let me in. I'm your mother, and I've brought you lovely things." But the 7 little kids said, "You are not our mother. She has a fine, sweet voice. Yours is rough. You are the wolf. We will not let you in." The wolf went off to a shop and bought a great piece of chalk. He ate it, and it made his voice fine and soft. Then he went back to the door of the 7 little kids and called in his new sweet voice, "Dear children, let me in. I'm your mother, and each of you shall have something." But he had rested his paw on the windowsill, and the 7 little kids saw it and said, "You are not our mother. She has no black foot like you. You are the wolf. We will not let you in." So the wolf went off to a baker and said, "Baker, spread my paw with fresh dough." When that was done, he went to a miller and said, "Miller, dust my paw with your white flour." The miller said no. "If you don't," said the wolf, "I'll eat you." So the miller had to do it. Then the wolf went back to the door of the 7 little kids and said, "Dear children, let me in. I'm your mother, and each of you shall have a gift." The 7 little kids wanted to see the paw first, and when they saw it was snow white and heard how sweetly the wolf spoke, they believed it was truly their mother, and opened the door. And the wolf came in. The instant they recognized him, they scattered and hid as best they could, the first under the table, the second in the bed, the third in the oven, the fourth in the kitchen, the 5th in the cupboard, the 6th beneath a great bowl, and the 7th inside the case of the wall clock. But the wolf found them all and swallowed them down, all but the youngest in the clock case, who alone was left alive. When the wolf had satisfied his appetite, he went away. Not long after, the old goat came home. What grief she found! The wolf had been there and had eaten her beloved children. She believed them all dead, until the youngest sprang out from the clock case and told her how the disaster had come. Meanwhile, the wolf, being so gorged, had wandered out to a green meadow, lain down in the sunshine, and fallen into a deep sleep. The old goat, thinking whether her children might somehow still be saved, said to the youngest, "Bring thread, needle, and shears, and follow me." She went out and found the wolf lying in the meadow, snoring. "There he lies, the wretched creature," she said, examining him from every side. "After he devoured my 6 little children for his afternoon meal. Give me the shears. Oh, if only they were still alive inside him." With that, she cut open his belly, and the 6 little kids, whom he had swallowed whole in his greed, sprang out unharmed, every one. She told them at once to fetch large, heavy stones, and with these they filled the wolf's belly, Then she sewed him shut again, and they all ran off and hid behind a hedge. When the wolf woke from his sleep, he felt something heavy in his belly and said, "It rumbles and tumbles inside me. It rumbles and tumbles inside me. What could this be? I only ate 6 little kids." He thought a fresh drink might settle it and went looking for a well. But as he bent over it, the weight of the stones pulled him off balance, and he could no longer hold himself up. He plunged into the water. And when the 7 little kids saw it, they came running and danced for joy around the well.